Welcome to Case Law Videos. Today we are going to discuss about a recent Delhi High Court judgment on execution proceedings. This judgment was pronounced on August 5, 2020 by Justice J.R. Midha. In execution proceeding, the executing court has to ascertain the assets and income of the judgment debtor to determine whether the judgment debtor has the means to satisfy the money decree.
The bench come across relevant legal provisions on the above subject. Order 21 Rule 41(2) of the Code of Civil Procedure empowers the executing court to direct the judgment debtor to disclose his assets on affidavit in Form 16A of Appendix A to ascertain his assets or means to satisfy the decree. Order 21 Rule 41(1) of the Code of Civil Procedure empowers the executing court to orally examine the judgment debtor. In the event of the judgment debtor's default to file the affidavit of assets, Order 21 Rule 41(3) of the Code of Civil Procedure empowers the court to detain the judgment debtor in civil prison for up to 3 months. Sections 51(c), 55-59 and Order 21 Rules 37-40 of the Code of Civil Procedure prescribe the procedure to be followed for detention of the judgment debtor in the civil prison. Section 55 contains the provision relating to arrest and detention. Section 56 contains the provision relating to prohibition of arrest and detention of women. Section 58 contains the provision relating to duration of detention and release. Section 59 contains the provision relating to release on the ground of illness. Order 21 Rule 37 contains provision for show cause notice to the judgment debtor against detention in the civil prison. Order 21 Rule 38 contains the provision relating to warrants of arrest to the judgment debtor. Section 57 and Order 21 Rule 39 contains the provisions relating to subsistence allowance for the judgment debtor. Order 21 Rule 40 contains the provision relating to proceedings on appearance of the judgment debtor. Sections 51(b), 60-64 and Order 21 Rules 41-57 of the Code of Civil Procedure contain provisions for attachment of properties in execution of decrees. Section 60 gives the list of properties which are liable to attachment and sale, whereas the proviso to subsection 1 of Section 60 gives the list of properties which are exempted from attachment or sale. Section 30 of Code of Civil Procedure empowers the court, either on its own or on the application of any party, to make such orders as may be necessary for the admission of documents and facts, discovery, inspection, production, impounding and return of documents or other material objects producible as evidence, and any fact to be proved by affidavit. The assets and income of a judgment debtor are within his personal knowledge, and Section 106 of the Indian Evidence Act casts the burden on him to disclose his assets and income. It is the duty of the court to ascertain the truth and then do justice on the basis of the truth. Section 165 of the Indian Evidence Act, 1872 invests the judge with plenary powers to put any question to any witness or party, in any form, at any time, about any fact relevant or irrelevant. Section 165 is intended to arm the judge with the most extensive power possible for the purpose of finding the truth. The effect of this section is that in order to get to the bottom of the matter before it, the court will be able to look at and inquire into every fact and thus possibly acquire valuable indicative evidence which may lead to other evidence strictly relevant and admissible. The court is not, however, permitted to base its judgment on any, but only on relevant statements.
Subscribe this channel and press bell icon for more case law videos.